sinto amor quando a saudade aperta.
Hello everybody, in this video I'm going to talk about maintenance in the reptile industry, more specifically in the ball python hobby. Stick around. As you can see, I changed the substrate of all my ball pythons into paper. That is because I am doing mites prevention treatment, because it's been a year and or some of the snakes arrived like 6 months ago, and I just want to check if any of them, in the slightest possibility, if they have mites. I have inspected all the tubs and there is no sign of mites. I rubbed them yesterday with Frontline. Yesterday was Sunday. I had just collected the eggs from the cine. I cleaned all the tubs and I sprayed the Frontline in the paper because it's very aggressive Frontline. I could get my hands on Dergal. I don't know if you guys know about Dergal. It's kind of like Preventive back in the United States. And I rubbed them with the Frontline, and I see no issues or no little black dots of dead mice on the substrate. So that is preventive action in terms of maintenance. I did this because I am going to a friend's facility that he has mites in his collection. I'm gonna keep the name to myself. And I have another friend that has come to my place to check my collection, and she also reported what we believe to be a small indication of mites in one of her snakes. I don't know if she got them from the reptile store or from a friend, so I decided to do mites treatment as preventive maintenance. I will put the new cocoa husk substrate, and I would like you guys to comment how many times do you guys do this in your collection, if you feel that there is a need to do that. If you're buying ball pythons, you put them in quarantine, you do the mites treatment. Let me know in the comments below. As some of you might know, I work in the carbon fiber industry. That's my number one hobby, my number one passion. Snakes come in second. Sorry ball pythons, but carbon fiber pays my bills. Alright, so the topic I want to focus on is the difference between preventive maintenance and reactive maintenance. In the reptile industry, if we want to call it an industry, we should have slightly higher standards. I'm just a small hobbyist, but big breeders should have a higher standard. Let me give you an example. In my factory, we have subcontractors that come and do the maintenance to change the oil on the gearboxes of the rollers, of the machinery, if you want to say that. There's another company that comes and checks on the fire extinguishers, if they are at good pressure, if they need to be replaced. You know, we clean, we do preventive maintenance so that equipment lasts longer and doesn't suffer so many malfunctions and during the period that we are operating the carbon line. There are different types of racks: plastic racks, metal racks, and wood racks or melanin racks, as the case that I have here. So our biggest nightmare is to have an electrical short circuit, a malfunction. Maybe the tub, we have belly heat and the tub is frictioning on the tape and exposes the elements, or there is a faulty wire, whichever reason. And our main concern is to avoid fires. In this case, I have my racks in my room, in my apartment. A fire would be very bad. Other people have their own industrial facilities or their own buildings where they keep their large collections of reptiles or ball pythons or several snakes, doesn't matter. There is a recent famous story from Pro Exotics that was like half a dozen years ago or something. Their facility burned down and killed like 99% of their reptiles. I'm not going to get into details of that story, but that is the main concern. What can I do to prevent it? First of all, I have my snakes in my room every day, in the morning, in the afternoon, at night. I check them for the temperature. I have the pyrometer. I check inside the tubs, but I can also use a multimeter. My electrotechnical skills are very poor, so I'm not sure what to do with this, but the thermostat is working, the rack is working fine. How many times do you guys pull out the racks and check behind how the condition of all the electrical tapes in the several levels of your racks? Maybe we should do that once or twice a year. There is no legislation in that matter. We call ourselves an industry. We are growing. We make lots of money. Other people make lots of money. I make no money. But how many people are doing that kind of preventive maintenance? This is the end of this first part of this series of videos. Stick around for the next one.